Hello everyone and welcome back to Minecraft. And last episode we built our vine farm, but oh boy, something sad happened off camera. I was doing a bunch of things off camera, mainly naming, farming some trees for our next project because we're going to need a lot of wood for it. But something horrendously bad happened. Well, a lot of good things happened technically as well, but we're going to start off with the bad things because what the bad thing that happened was, oh boy, words can't describe how bad it is. And that bad thing has to do with the village. As you can see, we lost the villagers. They're all dead. This village is now officially uninhabited. The quick explanation is pillager raid. Now, it was not on purpose, but let's go ahead and give an explanation for what happened. So off camera, one of the things that's today's build is going to need some modifications to it, but the what essentially happened was, as I was trying to keep an eye on my villagers, I was trying to check and make sure that they were safe, and I was keeping them in a very safe place. If you remember, there was a villager that was stuck up here, and I tried to trap a villager in here. He made his way out, got caught up in here, so that happened. Again, the game trying his best to make me mad, not unlike every other game I've played. And when I was coming up here at one point to check on the villagers in the middle of the night to see, make sure everything was fine, I found a raid party up here. Be specifically the raid, Pillager Scout Party. To be specific, it was the leader and only the leader. He was just kind of standing over here, and I was like, okay, well, I guess I can lure him away from here so I don't accidentally trigger a raid. And so I went back to the house, grabbed a bucket of milk, which I stored away. You can see my chest piece wasn't on, so it broke at some point in time off camera, but made a new one. But you can see my helmet and leg armor is completely, just absolutely knackered. Shut up, cows, you idiots. Stop. But I came up here, had a bucket of milk on me, and I had it on the hot bar, and the intention was to run up to him, punch him, and turn around and run away and lure him away from the village so that I could kill him like somewhere out there, and I could just drink the bucket of milk and not have to worry about a raid. Instead of punching him and then immediately running, I did exactly what you saw not too long ago. I punched him, blocked. He shot his crossbow. The arrow bounced off my shield, hit the pillager leader, and killed him, instantly triggering a raid. The first villager to die was the one that basically was supposed to be trapped in here. He somehow found a way out. I don't know how, he just did. Got stuck over here. My best explanation for how he got stuck was because this fence over here was extended out over here. I think you can even still, you can still jump up here actually. But the fence was extended out over here, and you could essentially just walk on top of the fence and then get inside here. So he was stuck in there. The next villager to die was the one that was stuck up here, the armorer. So both the weaponsmith and armor were the first ones to die. The next set of villagers to die, I don't remember which one was first because I was too busy cowering inside the fishing hut here. Because I had already died, I think, a total of 3, maybe 4 times by that point. I did have 30 levels at the time, but as you see, I'm back down to the unlucky number 13. There were 2 villagers in here. I'm sure some people may remember if I ever showed it on camera. The 5th villager, and the one I did not know about, was stuck up here apparently. Don't know how, he just was. And he died. He was probably the last villager to die, in all honesty. But in any case, guys, yeah. So for the most part, it was very much my fault. I decided to make this stupid move of blocking with my shield instead of just instantly running away, like I should have after punching him. But I still consider it a bit dumb that I got that the pillager basically killed himself by shooting me with an arrow and yeah, killing himself by it bouncing off my shield. But let's talk about some of the good things that happened off camera. For starters, let's look at the raid loot that we got. Also, I don't know if I don't remember when I did this because I'm kind of mixed up with my recordings by this point. I also came in and put some mossy cobblestone around here and on these walls, as well as that retention wall back that way, and on the back of the mining shack here where the cobblestone was. But here's a lot of the loot that I got. Technically had 3 totems on Undying, ended up using 1 during the raid. But so we now have two. These enchanted books we found over in the desert temple that I think was, what was it, over here off the map? Yeah. We did get a Silk Touch axe. So yeah, that's pretty good. We also got plenty of enchanted armor. Keep in mind though, keep in mind we can't repair these two together unless we come over here to the anvil, and that would cost levels. We can't just open them up and put them in our inventory because it would just give us normal iron leggings. So keep that in mind. But I think aside from the totems undying, the absolute best loot, aside from the totems undying and a Silk Touch axe, I think the actual best things we got from one of the best things we got from that raid is this, a Smite 3 Iron Sword, which I did use during the raid because somewhere close to the beginning of the raid, my old iron sword broke, so I was forced to use the first weapon I could pick up or continue to use my iron axe. We did lose the only thing we lost from the number of from the immense number of deaths we had during the raid was I think a small bit of mossy cobblestone that was in our inventory. But that's like crying over spilled milk. There's not really any point to it. And also a ton of saddles. So we're kind of stacking ourselves. Why does this donkey keep trying to go this way and only this way? This is so annoying. I actually put a saddle on, got him, rode him over here, and now he's doing it again. I swear, donkeys are more stubborn than what people actually give them credit for. Now, as we notice here, one other thing to mention, because we have two final things to mention before we get into the actual meat of this episode, I went ahead and installed a new redstone contraption down here for my doors. So all I have to do is step on one plate and both doors open. I'll show it off a bit more over there when we actually get into the meat of this episode, when doing that build in particular up there. I did it to all my double doors. So I step on one pressure plate, and the door opens. I probably won't replace these with actual wooden pressure plates because occasionally if I run over these too quickly, the door, for whatever reason, will stay open. So, yeah. The last thing to mention is we found another spawner. I was back over here off camera waiting for these trees to grow and stuff like that, just delving deeper into the cave. And I just so happened to come across a spider spawner. For any of y'all who don't remember, we found both a zombie and a skeleton spawner down here. So this is the skeleton spawner right down here. That's definitely getting turned into a skeleton farm. And a zombie farm is down this way. Zombie spawner. Now, thanks to the texture pack, the actual thing for the spawner doesn't show up in it, so I had to label it just to remember. Either way, though, I don't remember exactly where the spider spawner was. I think I'll show you what cave I think I found it in. You have to go delving deeper into it, though, if you wanted to find it. If y'all remember, there's this massive kind of hole right here in the ground that I filled up, but down here actually is a proper cave. This is a really, really big cave, actually. It's not big to the point where you would think it's infinite, but I did so happen to come across a spider spawner in here somewhere. Keep in mind, this is one of those caves as well where it can be quite easy to get lost, or at least I nearly got lost, I think, a couple of times. Also, in this world, for whatever reason, caves like to be made of gravel, so yeah, you can see the gravel here. I'm probably... That's the only thing I hate about this seed, is that there's so much gravel in the roots of every single cave I've been in thus far. From everywhere from the actual cave we found in our mine shaft to the cave we have down there. But in any case, though, the actual meat of this episode is going to be building a storage facility. And real quick, I am going to need to make some modifications to this. I want to make this a little bit bigger because I already did a test build for this in my creative world. And I'm kind of thinking that this may be a bit of a no-go in terms of actual size. We may make this a little bit bigger, or perhaps maybe we'll make this the actual side right here. Well, no, I think it's fine because we can put some chests right here if need be, and I think it may be okay, and then there'll be another 4 chests here. So this is like maybe a total of, let's see here, 2, 4, about a total of 8 chests, and I'm thinking about doing it on this side, that side, and this side. So yeah, let's talk about the door contraption. 10 redstone, 2 doors, and 2 pressure plates. The idea is I can press the pressure plates right here. I step on them. That triggers redstone that's underneath here. That funnels around all the way up here to this block and all around over here to this block. That then will power both the doors here, about the trap doors, and it'll open up both of them at once. This actually was something that was done by another YouTuber, William Strife. He used to be a member of the Yogscast, but he isn't currently anymore. I don't necessarily know what his actual condition is in terms of YouTubing, but he does still upload videos. He doesn't upload them as often as he used to, but he still uploads. I will leave a link to his channel in the description below if you're interested in checking out that video, because it's actually a pretty cool thing, and it's actually, keep in mind though, this trench that I dug out right here can be a little bit aggravating to deal with in terms of covering it up. Like you saw back there with my automatic bone mill machine. I had to remove one of the chests, or part of my double chest over there in order to actually get it to fit in properly. I believe I didn't show off as well. I also had to replace a part. I actually had to change part of the wall, back wall on my house here to actually fit it as well. See, I had to move a staircase and I had to help something. Like it makes this spot look a little bit weird, but I can't really do anything else about it. So yeah, it's kind of bad. Also, you can see right here, something's wrong with my trapdoor setup. It's trapdoor, double door setup here. The doors keep not closing after I step on the pressure plate, like it's not registering or something. But in any case, though, we are going to be using a lot of wood today, as it turns out. We're going to definitely need to bring a chest, and we're going to probably need to make ourselves a crafting table. Also, we might want to place a bed out there, so we don't really have to worry about some of this other stuff. We're also going to need some cobblestone, to be specific, cobblestone stairs, and we'll go ahead and bring ourselves we'll probably bring ourselves some extra cobblestone for just in case. Also, we want to bring these slabs too, because we're going to use them. Yeah, let's go ahead and actually make some more slabs. Oh yeah, one final thing I should mention, in the spider spawner, this chest contains the loot that we found inside the dungeon with the spider spawner. Oh god, it's raining. Why is it raining? Oh my god, every single time I go to record, it rains. Every single time I've recorded for this series, at some point in time, it has rained. It's not as bad as it should be because I have the volume turned down so much on in terms of the rain effect, but it's still very annoying to have to deal with. Because especially since I'm having to learn to deal with how to deal with background noise and also dealing with my own personal audio. So yeah, the loot that we found in there is actually the following. We found a music disc, diamond horse armor. That's really good. I'm not going to put that on my horse yet because I still have a really big fear that he's going to despawn if I move too far away from my house. That said though, we also found a name tag. I am saving that name tag for a librarian villager, or be specific, a mending villager, so I don't ever have to run the risk of him despawning, because if he despawns, everything's going downhill really quickly. I mean, it can still be fixed, but it's basically a temporary setback that's quite annoying and tedious to put up with. Also, here's some of the beds that we picked out of the village, because I went ahead and did another project for the village. I'll talk about that when we get over there. So we're out here by the village. I'm going to go ahead and light this area up a little bit more because I'm kind of feeling a bit ballsy in terms of building into the night. But I still want the area lit up. I don't want creepers sneaking up on me. But I went ahead and did a little bit of a small little project off camera associated with this village since it was no longer inhabited. I went around to each of the houses and buildings, also went over here to the farm, as you can see, picked up all the workbenches I could find. There's still a furnace there, I probably should take that as well. But I went to every single building, took all the workbenches, all the beds, anything that was just kind of lying around that could be used, that could be useful, really, is what I'm trying to say. Anything that could be useful, I went ahead and went there and picked it up. So, yeah, with exceptions, I also need to go through here, actually, and place some doors in, so there's that. Okay, so I need to go ahead and set up this work site here so I can get this stuff going. So, let's talk about the build, why don't we? This is going to be a bit of an Asian style build, actually. I'm going to try to do an Asian rooftop. Like I said, I already tested this build out on my creative world. I'll try to leave an image in the video, or I'll try to get a picture of it to put into the video to show off a little bit of what I was kind of aiming for, because I do kind of doubt that I'm actually going to get this correct in terms of what I'm going for. But I am going to do a time lapse for this, and this build is going to be, oh boy, it's going to take a long time. I may actually have to go back and farm some more wood. If that is the case, the time lapse may cut off at some point. I don't know necessarily how I'm going to do it. I basically just wing it once I get until I get to the editing phase, and then I fix any issues there. That's kind of the way I do things. But for now, I'm just going to try to do what I can, and if anything messes up, then I'll just deal with it. I'm the one building, y'all the ones watching. If I do a good enough job editing, y'all should feel comfortable watching then. Well, guys, I'm back and I'm done. Or at least I think I am. Shut up, cows. Cows over there. But yeah, I think I'm done for the most part. There's a little more I need to do off camera. So let's go ahead. So let's go ahead and have a look at it. Inside, this is where all the chests are going to be. I definitely do think I should have potentially made this a little bit bigger now because I need a room for item frames here. And these are going to be sideway chests, or these are going to be like a group of sideway chests right here. But these are going to need to be vertical. Vertical? No. Yeah, horizontal is what I'd say. These are gonna have to be horizontal chests. I don't have room to put anything up there aside from like I could fit a chest up there, but I can't put any item frames. Actually, I could fit one right there. Same thing goes over here. I could just fit item frames up there, I think. Yeah, that would work. I'm fine with that. But there's also an upstairs area. This is meant to be a crafting area, and I do mean to, at some point, go ahead and change this to a bubble column, and this will just kind of still be the same system it is right here. But up here, I want to put all my crafting stuff up here, and then put a couple of. Oh, I forgot to replace that fence. Uh, I mean, and I'm going to go ahead and put in a couple of smelting machines right here. Like I'll do a hopper right here, chest right here, hopper right here, and this will have basically this will basically be one for food and so on and so forth. This will basically be one right here for food, and yeah, that's kind of basically it. Uh, I think I managed to get the Asian design I was looking for. This up here I'm a little bit about, but that's only because my base was so small. But in any case, aside from needing to replace that fence, this looks a little bit. I could probably mine these up and turn them into bark blocks. Actually, I'm probably going to go ahead and do that. Yeah, it looks a lot better in all honesty. But yeah, for next episode, I'm kind of thinking we might want to pay a visit to the Nether by this point because the purpose of me going ahead and building this, ow, definitely going to need to deal with that now. The purpose of me building this storage building is so so that I'll be ready to go ahead and build the skeleton farm, which is going to it's going to be probably the next major project because I want to upgrade from the automatic bone mill machine over there. And then after that, it's probably time to move into the village and start doing some more major projects in here. But aside from that, I think that'll do it for this episode. Like I said, I got a few things to do off camera for this place. I got to set up my smelting operation up there, and I'll see you guys next time in Minecraft.